Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey guys, I was just thinking, this narrative about Shedeur Sanders' arm and his mobility is kind of ridiculous because where was this talk when Tua was coming out? Tua does not have a better arm than Shedeur Sanders. I don't think he's more mobile than Shedeur Sanders, and Shedeur Sanders is bigger than Tua as well. Nobody had a problem when Tua was taken before Justin Herbert. But all of a sudden, arm strength and mobility is such a big deal when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. I just wish everybody would just keep it consistent because a lot of this stuff is ridiculous. Shedeur Sanders can make every throw needed to run any NFL offense. But that's just my thought. Hopefully the Browns have a good draft. Go Browns.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Kenny, it was pretty split between Justin Herbert and Tua. I think the questions were legit about Tua. I know they gave him a big contract. I want to see him in the playoffs and win a playoff game. He hadn't done that yet.
I want to see him on the field on a consistent basis. What's the best ability? Availability. And unfortunately for him, he's had concussion issues and can't stay on the field. So here's the other thing we have to keep in mind with the Browns. Next year's draft, right? I was doing some research, and these are the quarterbacks that likely will come out in next year's draft. And a lot of the, pundits who do this for a living and research it further than you and I do, they say this class will be much better than this year's class. Arch Manning, of course, out of Texas. John Mateer out of Oklahoma. Cade Klubnik from Clemson. Garrett Nussmeier from LSU. Carson Beck is going to Miami, transferring from Georgia. Drew Aller from Penn State. So the question is, and I've seen a lot of talk online, social media, and whatnot, are the Browns okay waiting till next year to get their franchise caliber quarterback? There's even talk about them tanking for Arch Manning. Now, Arch could go back and play another year at Texas, but if he has a big year and Texas wins the national championship, why would you do that? Unless you're going to make more in Texas with NIL dollars than you would as the first overall pick in the draft or a top 5 pick. So the debate is on between this year's class and do we take that big swing at number 2? And if we do miss, okay, no problem, because that'll put us in great position for next year's quarterback class. If we get it right, then that solves our problem, and we don't have to worry about the class of 2026. So there's a number of ways you can look at it. With Shedeur Sanders, again, I guess if the Browns took Hunter at 2, and then traded back into the first round because Shedeur Sanders fell into the late teens, early 20s, I could see them doing that. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I don't know if I can take Shedeur Sanders at number 2, even if I need a quarterback as badly as the Browns do.
Yeah, and again, I think that's what Jimmy Haslam was getting at with not forcing it. We'll see.